Hey TeamWE, Team Wellness Entrepreneurs. My name is Brandy Sinoto and I am your 5-star crown. So I wanted to do a video today to talk with you about something I've been actually talking a lot about recently. And what we call it is our proven plan of action. It's the system of success that will help you really start helping your friends and family see what it is that we have. And before I start talking about our proven plan of action, the first thing I want to tell you is there is one rule that you have to follow, you have to implement. And this rule is no word vomit. That means that when we're brand new and we're excited and we want people to hear about our program, we may have a tendency to talk way too much to people. Like too much words, like we can't stop ourselves from talking. It's called word vomit. It's also called information overload. And I want you to be aware of that. When you're brand new at sharing Purium with others, you may have this tendency of just wanting to share with them everything you know about Purium and this awesome company because you're so excited about it. And believe me, they will be really excited about it also. But that first moment when you tell them about the 10-day transformation, that's not the time for you to just give them all that information. You know, that information they're going to get in due time when they start looking at the 10-day transformation. So I want you to just really be careful about our tendency or your tendency that you may have to word vomit on people. So just check it. You know, when you bump into somebody at the store and, you know, they tell you how amazing you look, see if you have a tendency to kind of stand there and talk to them for like an hour, and don't do that. Recognize that. But I'm going to give you some tips on what you can do. So now that you know what you don't do, right? You don't word vomit, you don't information overload, you don't give somebody a presentation and try to sell it to them right there in the middle of the grocery store. That just doesn't work. It's not honoring your prospect, and people don't have time for that. Rather, this is what you do. 2 words. Our proven plan of action, it's excite and invite. And it's that simple. You're going to excite somebody and then you're going to invite them to take a look at a higher source. So first, let's talk about exciting them. What does it mean to excite somebody? Exciting somebody simply means getting them to lean in towards you, getting them curious. Exciting somebody simply means piquing their interest. So are you able to pique somebody's interest? Or if you're brand new, will you be able to pique somebody's interest? Of course you will. You're going to lose 5 to 20 pounds in 10 days. People are going to see you carrying your green, organic, live food drink around with you. People are going to be seeing you eating fruits and vegetables when you would normally be eating Doritos and burritos and sweets. Of course, people are going to be interested. You're going to easily pique people's interest. So when you pique people's interest, when you excite people, when somebody looks at you and says, "What is that green drink you're drinking?" Or when somebody tells you, "Hey, why aren't you eating lunch with us? Are you on a diet?" They're wanting to learn more. This is when you do not word vomit. This is when you do not go on and on and on about what it is that you're doing. This is when you do not give them information overload. Rather, this is when you simply ask them this question. Have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? It's that simple. Remember this question. Have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? Have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? It's that simple. If you can remember that question, you will save yourself and your prospects a lot of grief, and you will help a lot more people get started way sooner than expected. You want people to join you on this transformation because you know that this 10-day transformation can absolutely transform their lives in so many ways. But it comes down to them getting started. So I don't want you to information overload or word vomit. Rather, when you pique their interest, when you excite them, all I want you to do is ask them this question. Have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? So this is what even I do. Let's say I'm in the grocery store and I bump into a friend and she looks at me and she says, "Oh my goodness, Brandy, you look great. Have you lost some weight?" I'll say, "As a matter of fact, I did. Have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation?" And then they'll tell me no, because no one has heard about the 10-day celebrity transformation because we are absolutely brand new. So when they go, "No, I haven't," then you are going to use descriptive words to describe how you feel on this transformation and to describe what this transformation is about. So for instance, awesome, amazing, green, organic, vegan, non-GMO, healthy, lose weight, feel great. Those are all great descriptive words you can use after you ask them, have they ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? So at Go, I'd look at my friend and I'd say, well, have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? And she'd say, no, I haven't. And then I would say, it's an amazing cleanse. It's organic, it's vegan, you feel great, it's 10 days, and you can lose up to 20 pounds in 10 days, 5 to 20 pounds, and you'll feel great. And like, when you tell them that, they literally will be begging for more information. It's that simple. I want you to keep it as simple as possible. You don't have to be a scientist and explain to them about how the amino acids puts their muscles in an anabolic state. You don't have to talk about spirulina, wheatgrass, oatgrass, alfalfa. No, none of that. In time, they will get all of that information. But when you first introduce Purium to them, you simply want to excite and then invite. So again, excite them by asking them the question, well, have you ever heard of the 10-day celebrity transformation? And when they say no, say, really? Well, it's an awesome, amazing cleanse. It's green, it's vegan, it's organic. You can lose 5 to 20 pounds in 10 days. And then sure, you can tell them how much you lost. You can say, I lost 8 pounds in 10 days and I felt amazing and dropped 1 whole dress size. By that time, they're going to want to know more. They're going to be begging for more information from you. And it's at that point where you do not proceed to go into a presentation. You do not proceed to try to sell them. You do not proceed to go on and on and on and answer all of their questions. They are going to have a lot of questions, and that's great that they have those questions, and they will get all of the answers to those questions, but not in that very moment. Rather, when they say, what is it? I want more info, what you want to do is refer them to a higher source of info. And again, that's not you talking. The higher source of info will be your go-to information that you want to send them to. So depending on who you are, you'll have a different choice. So for myself, I have a smartphone. Many of my distributors who have smartphones simply send videos to their friends to take a look at. Videos are great because we all like to get information through videos, and allowing them to take a look at those videos on their own gives them the dignity to look through it themselves and figure it out themselves of if it's something that they want. I mean, we're smart. We all know we need to lose weight. We need to cleanse. 10 days is like a super awesome time that we all can do. Everybody can do 10 days. And they'll see that when they look at the information. If you don't have a smartphone, then maybe at that point, you'll hand them a brochure or you'll hand them a catalog and then tell them you'll call them later. But it's at that point when you want to let them go and let them take a look at that information. Again, in our age of technology, people know how to find the information themselves. People like to research stuff themselves. So give your prospect that chance to take a look at the information. You're excited. When they see the information, they're going to be just as excited. So refer them to that higher source of information and then make sure to follow up, because that's the third step in our proven plan of action is follow up. Make sure to follow up and send them more information. You don't want to be taking up hours of their time answering all of their questions when all the answers to their questions can be found in the brochures we have, the videos we have, or any other resources that you can get into their hands or forward them. Remember, we have an amazing program. It's a simple 10-day celebrity transformation. If they take a look at the info you have, they'll come to you with the questions they have, and you'll follow up with them and then help them get started. So the key is, in your first exposure, you want to avoid at all means word vomit. Word vomit will send people running in the opposite direction. If you give them information overload on that first exposure, when you call them back to follow up, they will not answer their phone because they know how much time you took from them in that first meetup. So you don't want to do that. You just want to simply let them know how they'll feel. Let them know that it's an awesome, amazing, organic, vegan, non-genetically modified 10-day cleanse where they will feel great, lose 5 to 20 pounds in 10 days, and just glow with all of the amazing energy that they have. You tell them that. And then after that, you refer them to that higher source of information, which you can check with your Diamond Up Team support for all of the different resources we have. You choose the one that you're most comfortable with. You give them that first source of information in the first meeting and you leave. Because if you don't leave, you will be tempted to give them information overload. If you can follow this simple proven plan of action to excite, invite, and follow up after that, you will have amazing success with helping your friends and family start on their amazing 10-day celebrity transformation. And you'll be able to be in a position where you're actually changing people's lives. So I hope this helped. Check out this video whenever you need to get back to the basics, and forward this video to all of your brand new team members. If we can learn how to simply help people see what an awesome program this is by just exciting and inviting and just taking up a little bit of their time in that first initial meeting, getting them the information in their hands so that they can look at it after, and then following up, you'll find that you will have a team that is growing across the nation, just like so many of our other TeamWE leaders do. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope to meet you someday. Aloha.